Shadow refers to the unconscious aspect of our personality that we have rejected due to fear, guilt, or societal conditioning. These shadow aspects may include emotions, desires, or characteristics that we deem unacceptable or shameful. Shadow work is a profound spiritual practice rooted in self-discovery and transformation. Its essence revolves around the acknowledgment, acceptance, and integration of the parts of ourselves that we often suppress or deny, the shadow. Engaging in shadow work is a journey to confront these hidden facets, offering the potential for deep healing and enlightenment. At its core, shadow work is about bringing the unconscious into consciousness. It requires us to face the parts of ourselves we often avoid. These could be unresolved traumas, hidden fears, or even latent strengths that have been repressed. The shadow often manifests in our lives as triggers, projections, and patterns that negatively impact our relationships and well-being. Rather than something to fear, the shadow is an integral part of our wholeness. It represents the balance to our conscious persona, the light. By working with the shadow, we are not merely trying to eliminate our dark aspects but to integrate them. This integration leads to a more authentic and empowered sense of self. In spiritual terms, shadow work is an invitation to deepen our connection with our true self. It is an essential aspect of spiritual evolution, as it helps us transcend the dualistic view of good and bad within ourselves. When we deny or resist our shadow, we create internal conflict, leading to feelings of unworthiness, fear, and disconnection from our higher self. It can manifest in various ways such as self-sabotage, projection onto others, or emotional outbursts. The shadow can be seen as the guardian to our greatest gifts and inner wisdom. In spiritual traditions such as alchemy, there is a saying, "The gold is in the dark." This highlights the transformative power of facing our shadow, for within these hidden aspects often lies our greatest potential for growth, creativity, and wisdom. By embracing our shadow, we gain access to a deeper understanding of our purpose and a clearer path to embodying our higher self. Shadow work allows us to cultivate a more authentic and integrated self, leading to greater emotional resilience and interpersonal relationships. Embarking on the path of shadow work requires courage, patience, and a willingness to face uncomfortable truths. Here are some steps to begin your journey. Start by observing your emotional reactions and behaviors. What triggers you? What emotions or thoughts do you quickly push away or avoid? Journaling can be a helpful tool to capture these reflections and explore them more deeply. Start by asking yourself questions to delve into your shadow self, such as: what traits in others trigger strong emotions in me? What do I criticize in others that I may also possess? Are there recurring patterns in my relationships or behavior? Allow your thoughts to flow freely without judgment. This process can reveal hidden aspects of your psyche. Engaging in meditation can help you reconnect with your inner self. Try focusing on your breath and allowing thoughts to arise without judgment. When uncomfortable feelings surface, acknowledge them and explore their origins. Consider having a dialogue with your shadow self. Visualize meeting this aspect of yourself and ask questions like: why do you feel the way you do? How can we work together to achieve harmony? This technique can foster understanding and compassion towards your shadow. Shadow work requires radical self-acceptance. Recognize that the parts of yourself you have rejected are not inherently bad. They are simply aspects that need attention, compassion, and healing. Acknowledge that everyone has a shadow, and by embracing it, you are moving toward wholeness. The shadow often contains the fears and insecurities we try to bury. Whether it's fear of rejection, failure, or vulnerability, bringing these fears into the light allows for healing. Meditation and breathwork can help you stay grounded as you explore these fears without judgment. One of the key aspects of shadow work is understanding projection. Often, what we criticize or dislike in others reflects unresolved aspects of our own shadow. By recognizing these projections, we can take responsibility for our reactions and begin the process of healing internally. Many of our shadow aspects are rooted in childhood experiences. Working with the inner child allows you to nurture the wounded parts of yourself, offering them the love and care they lacked. This helps to dissolve long-held fears and insecurities. Engaging in guided meditations, therapy, especially Jungian or depth psychology, and working with a spiritual teacher or mentor can provide valuable insights and support during shadow work. These practices offer a safe space to explore your shadow without becoming overwhelmed. When we engage in shadow work, we experience profound personal and spiritual benefits. Shadow work uncovers hidden patterns, bringing greater clarity to our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. With this awareness, we can make more conscious choices aligned with our authentic self. By addressing repressed emotions and traumas, we release the energy they hold within us. This leads to greater emotional resilience, inner peace, and balance. When we confront our shadow, we reclaim the power we have given away through fear and suppression. This empowers us to take full ownership of our lives, free from the chains of unconscious conditioning. Integrating the shadow accelerates spiritual growth, as it allows us to move beyond duality and experience a greater sense of unity and wholeness. We become more compassionate, empathetic, and open to the divine flow of life. Shadow work is not a one-time event but a lifelong process of self-discovery and integration. It is the path of the spiritual warrior, requiring courage to face the unknown within ourselves. However, the rewards are immense: greater self-awareness, emotional freedom, and a deeper connection to our higher self. As we learn to embrace our shadow, we come to understand that true spiritual growth involves not only reaching for the light but also honoring the dark. By holding both in balance, we embody our wholeness and step into the fullness of our spiritual potential.